Hello everyone, welcome to today's edition of the Indian Express Explained Page Analysis. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the famous Keshavananda Bharati case of 1973. This comes under GS2 of the UPSC main syllabus. Myself Nitin K. Viju, I'll be attending the civil service interview this year. Coming to the topic. Exactly 47 years ago, in 1973, the Supreme Court passed a landmark judgment in Keshavananda Bharati vs. State of Kerala, and it is considered as the most significant constitutional cases in India's judicial history. By a 7-6 verdict, a 13-judge constitutional bench ruled that the basic structure of the constitution cannot be amended by the Parliament of India. So what is this issue all about? Since the Indian constitution was first adopted, there were debates as to the extent of the power of the Parliament regarding amending of the key provisions of the constitution. Initially, in the early years of independence, the Supreme Court gave absolute power to the Parliament to amend the constitution, as was seen in the verdicts such as Shankari Prasad's case of 1951 and the Sajjan Singh case of 1965. Why was this done so? The absolute power was given because in the initial years, the apex court, that is the Supreme Court, has had faith in the wisdom of the then political leadership, where leading freedom fighters were serving as the members of the parliament. But in the subsequent years, as the constitution was kept on being amended at the will to suit the interest of the ruling dispensation, the Supreme Court in the Golaknath case in 1967 held that Parliament's amending power could not touch the fundamental rights, and this power would be only with a constituent assembly. So here we can see that the court in Golaknath case has restricted the amending power of the Parliament. Also, in R.C. Cooper case of 1970, the court has struck down Indira Gandhi's bank nationalization policy. And in Madhav Rao Scindia case of 1970, it had annulled the abolition of privy purses of former rulers. So these were some reforms enacted by the parliament, but the court just ruled against those. So what did Indira Gandhi do? In the early 1970s, the government of the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi had enacted major amendments to the constitution, that is 24th, 25th, 26th and 29th. And these amendments were to overrule the previous judgments of the Supreme Court. Which all judgments? Golaknath, R.C. Cooper case as well as the Madhav Rao Scindia case. Now, all the four amendments as well as the Golaknath judgment, now all these came under the challenge in the Keshavananda Bharati case of 1973. Right. Now the constitutional bench, whose members shared serious ideological differences also, ruled by a 7-6 verdict that Parliament should be restrained from altering the basic structure of the constitution. So this is very important. The court has said that definitely the Parliament has the amending power. Parliament has the power to amend the constitution, including the fundamental rights also. But the amendment should be within the framework of the basic structure of the constitution. That's what the court said. But what is the basic structure? The court did not define the basic structure and only listed a few principles such as federalism, secularism, democracy, etc. as being its part. Since then, the court has been adding new features to this concept. Let us see which all features are being added to the concept of basic structure throughout the time. The basic structure doctrine has since been interpreted to include supremacy of the constitution, the rule of law, independence of the judiciary, doctrine of separation of powers, federalism, secularism, sovereign democratic republic, the parliamentary system of government, the principle of free and fair elections, welfare state, etc. So the list is being continuously updated in various cases of the Supreme Court, right? Also, the critics of the doctrine have called it undemocratic. Why? Because the judges are unelected, right? So the unelected judges can strike down a constitutional amendment which is done by the parliament, which consists of elected members. So that's why the critics are calling this judgment to be undemocratic. At the same time, the supporters have hailed the concept as a safety valve against majoritarianism and authoritarianism. As we all know, the court have added many key ideas to the concept of basic structure like secularism, republic, concept of parliamentary democracy, etc. So these core ideas of the Indian constitution cannot be amended by the parliament. Therefore, the supporters are telling it as a safety valve against majoritarianism and authoritarianism. So this is all about the famous Keshwananda Bharati case, and I hope you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Have a nice day. Thank you.